Dostoevsky was born on November 11, 1821, in Moscow. His parents had a total of 7 children. He was the second. His dad was employed by the Mariinsky Hospital for the Poor. They lived in an apartment on the property of the hospital. They lived near an orphanage, an insane asylum, and cemetery for criminals. His father was a devout Christian. At the age of 9, Dostoevsky experienced his first epileptic seizure. At 16, he and his brothers were enrolled in military academy in St. Petersburg. Shortly following his mom's death, she died of tuberculosis. 2 years later, his dad died. It is believed that he was murdered by Serbs who held him down and drowned him with vodka. Fyodor Karamazov is based upon his dad. Dostoevsky later studied authors such as Shakespeare, Hoffman, Hugo, and Schiller. He quotes many of Schiller's work, but he would later end up ridiculing Schiller. Dostoevsky was also a military engineer for 2 years. He left the military to become a full-time author in 1844. He published his first novel, Poor Folk, which was very successful and gained him literary fame. Yet, his reputation was hurt after the publication of The Double. He was also arrested for participating in the Petreyevsky Circle by Tsar Nicholas I. Most of the members in that party were condemned to death, but they were later saved just before their execution. Dostoevsky had to serve 4 years of hard labor in Serbia, followed by 5 years in the Russian army. Due to this hard labor, it had a profound effect on his ideas, which made him become from radical to religious. He also had a rejection of socialism and nihilism at the age of 59. He later married his wife Maria Isayeva while in exile in 1857. Afterwards, he returned to St. Petersburg, where his brother Mikhail had started a few literary journals where Dostoevsky published a number of works and articles, including House of the Dead and Notes from Underground. During the next several years, his life was marked by death of his wife and brother. Dostoevsky was depressed and had trips abroad, compulsive gambling, and bouts of epilepsy. He produced his novel The Gambler and Crime and Punishment later on. He later met a stenographer, Anna Saitkina, to whom he fell in love and married 2 years later. Over the next 15 or 50 years, he published some of his finest works, which included Crime and Punishment, The Idiot, The Possessed, and The Brothers Karamazov. He died on January 28, 1881 in St. Petersburg at the age of 59.